Hello and welcome to the OSNAP podcast, hosted by yours truly. For anyone new here, my name is Vincent.
And my name is Reese, and today we are going to take a walk into the past by discussing the cameras that shot iconic moments.
Yes, we will. A little recap of our week. Let's see. On Saturday, what did we do on Saturday? We shot a wedding in Huntington Beach. It was at the same location that we shot a wedding last year. And the 1-year anniversary was on Sunday.
Yes.
Yes, so that was a lot of fun. That was at the Newland Barn in Huntington Beach.
Mm-hmm. It was very nice. Weather was good. A little cloudy, but that's okay. And it went off perfectly.
Yeah.
We'll be posting those sneak peeks soon to our Instagram, I believe.
Yes, and then Sunday we
did absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I don't think we did anything. And then yesterday we went over to Haley and Stevens and went swimming.
Yes.
And had burgers.
They are our clients turned friends.
Yes.
We get to shoot their wedding this October, which is really exciting.
Mm-hmm.
But we just had a nice little day off.
Yeah.
And now we are back. We are sending 2 shoots out today. Starting sneak peeks for the wedding. You know.
We got like 5,000 things to do. So we're trying to get it done.
Trying to get as much as possible done.
With that, let's get into the cameras that shot iconic moments.
We will show you guys the image as well as talk about the camera used and the reason why we believe it deserves to be on this list.
With that, number 1.
My favorite photo of all time.
Sailor kissing the nurse, captured by Alfred
Eisentraden.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
On August 14th, 1945, the camera used was a Leica Ella with a 50mm lens, f2.0 lens.
I actually learned something about this photo today.
Okay.
She wasn't a nurse.
She wasn't?
No.
What was she?
But that's what it's called. Like, that's what people say, so that's why I put it in here that way.
Yeah.
She was a dental assistant.
All right.
Interesting, right?
Yeah.
I guess they all just wore similar things. I believe that this is one of the most iconic photos in history.
Yeah.
It is a little controversial, I think, in the more recent years, but it's timeless. It's beautiful. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows this photo.
And the interesting thing about the camera is that only 500 of these specific cameras were made, and half of them went to the Army. And you can still buy them today, like secondhand and stuff, but it'll set you back about $30,000. Ouch. So, but
that's a little
Leica did put out a light lens lab. They remade it, and so you can actually get the lens for about $900. So,
not bad.
If that's something you're interested in,
not
then
bad at all.
Yeah, it's an amazing picture, and I think it represents. I think
that's that moment in time, the war ending.
It's a proud moment. It's a proud moment that they made it back home.
Yeah,
you know?
Absolutely. I think it's very iconic. So we will attach the photo. I don't know if we're doing that in the beginning.
No, we already did.
Okay, but did we put the...
You've already seen it.
No, I was talking about the photo of the camera.
Oh, yeah, they already saw that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know what it looks like.
We got your back.
For anyone who doesn't know, we collect cameras.
Yes, we do.
This one specifically, we do not have any Leicas. But we do have a Canon that looks pretty similar to this one.
A lot of cameras around that time kind of shared the same characteristics of each other. Even we actually have one that's over there. I should have brought it over here.
That one? It's on my desk.
No.
Hold on.
I can't see anything over there. She's got...
I have a Minolta that looks pretty similar.
Go over there real quick. There's another one. I think it's... No, it's made by Polaroid, I believe. We just bought it. Kodak. I'm sorry. Kodak. Yeah, that one looks fairly similar. Let's take a look. So we actually have... My bad. We actually have a little camera right here that we'll be able to show you guys. So it's definitely hold on, let me turn this on. So sorry. Okay, now you guys should be able to see.
This one is our Retinet. That one's my great grandmother's actually. And then we also have a Kodak.
Wow, look at that.
This one's one of our more recent ones, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
We actually just bought this one in Redlands.
Yes. And then we also have a Minolta that also shares like similar characteristics. We also have our beautiful Canon over there, but maybe we'll save that one for a different one.
Yeah.
So here are just a few of our children.
These are just a couple of them. These are beautiful cameras, and anytime we go to any kind of antique store, garage sale, or anything in general like that, we always keep an eye out for older cameras. Doesn't matter how old. They could be as old as the early 50s, but all the way up to the early 2010s.
Doesn't matter to us. This one was actually passed down from my great grandma to my papa, and then my papa passed that one down to me. This one we bought.
This one we did buy. Yes, we did
bought
buy this
that one. I don't remember specifically when we bought that one. And then this one we did get in Redlands when we went antiquing with my dad and my brother about a month ago, I think.
Yeah.
Very recent. I like the little thin strap. It's a lot different than the straps we have today.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's a very big difference if you can. I'm going to show it right there in that. But if you see how thin that is.
Yeah.
I mean, some shoelaces are thicker than that.
Yeah. Not my Converse ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
But okay, so those were the ones that we thought were most similar to the one used look-wise. I'm not saying altogether they're similar cameras, but look-wise they do look pretty similar.
Yeah.
And then let's go down to the next iconic photo.
I'm sorry. If we just want to take these back down. So sorry. We have more things that we want to show you guys, so I don't.
We're having a little bit of a show and tell today, guys.
Yeah, it's like that one show where they bring in like their
Antique Roadshow.
Antique Roadshow, yeah.
Oh, I love that show. I watch it on TikTok every time I see it.
Snap Duo does Antique Roadshow now.
The next photograph is going to be of the U.S. troops raising a flag in Iwo Jima during World War II. This is Joe Rosenthal's 1945 photograph. Iconic photo. Everybody knows this photo as well. I mean, in America, they do. I don't know if it's a worldly known photo. And this one was taken with his speed graphic camera on the ground. Okay, so this is really interesting. We did some research on this. He wanted to get the best angle possible to capture this photo. So he actually put his speed graphic camera on the ground and was piling rocks on top of this little hill he was on so that he could get on top of the rocks to get the best view, like advantage point possible. While he was doing that, he almost missed the shot because it was taking him too long to stack the rocks up.
Get it all together.
But he was able to capture this photo. His shutter speed was 1/400, if you know what that means.
If you know, you know.
And his f-stop was between an 8 and 11. I put that on there. And also, fun fact, it was Marines in this photo who were raising the flag.
So we want to thank your papa, who is a vet. Once a Marine, always a Marine, but he served our country back in the
70s.
So, and then we obviously have your cousin, who is in boot camp to become a Marine. So this specific photo means a lot because we do have family who is in the Marines. Yes.
Something else that's a cool fun fact. I did the 8th grade trip to DC, and I got to see the memorial of this. They turned the photograph into a sculpture, and it was like one of the coolest things I've ever seen in person.
Yeah.
So if you have a chance to go see it, go see it.
So we actually have a camera that is similar
to the speed graphic.
The speed graphic. It's obviously different, but it's, same variation, different style and stuff. So we're going to show that to you right now. It's a little bit difficult, but so...
Do you want me to help you? I think I know how to do it now.
Let's see. I'll get the better camera going down here. So this is actually how it is. Just like this.
Ooh!
And it's...
Here, I'll help.
It's pretty crazy. All right, so this one is the Polaroid 800, and you literally slide it up like that, and then you set it up. Or set it this way so that the folks can see. There we go. I'll hold it back here, and you pull it out like that. She said, there we go. There we go. There you go. So look at that.
Ooh wee!
So
Isn't she beautiful?
So just picture what he was trying to do was get a picture with a camera like this, but he wasn't able to get the kind of angle that he wanted, so he had to stack rocks in order to get that good angle.
And this is not a small camera.
And
guys.
now he almost, I think what you were telling me earlier was that he almost missed the shot because he was trying to get a better angle of it.
Yeah.
But, thank God he was able to get that amazing shot.
I don't know if it's pulled out all the way.
It's definitely not pulled out all the way.
It goes out
the
farther.
Way you take it is like
there you
that.
go.
There you go. So,
But there she is. There's a side. There's the front profile. This one,
the film goes in the back right here, and then the way that you use it actually is like this.
That way.
So,
boom.
That's crazy.
This one we got in Santa Barbara.
Yes, at a antique store.
Yes. My other papa, not the one we were just talking about, he lives in Santa Barbara, and so when we were out there visiting him, we told him how we collect the vintage cameras, and so he made sure, please don't break it. There you go. He told us about
this.
As an
FYI, she almost broke it about 16 times trying to put it away before the podcast. So.
Oh, it took a while. He actually told us about this antique store, and we went and saw this one, and I think it was on sale too. It's on a discount. So we had to pick that one up. But that is our rendition of the Speed Graphic camera. Did you ever find out what year that one was made in, or no?
This one,
I wasn't sure if you were able to find that.
No, I don't think I was. I think because
okay.
So in preparation for this episode, we had to do a good amount of research on the cameras to try to find out when they were made, manufactured, and all that stuff. Some information is available, some information is not available. So,
oh no, I was talking about our camera.
Huh?
I was talking about our camera. Were you able to figure out how old ours is?
No, I don't think so. No, I just looked up. No, I did not.
Okay. Well, that is our camera that looks most similar.
Mm-hmm.
And now we will move on to...
On September 15th, 1954, photographer Sam Shaw shot the famous, quote, flying skirt image of his friend Marilyn Monroe. This photo has been seen around the world as it was shot during filming of a movie. This photograph is known better than the movie as it was shot for 7 Year Itch. 7 Year Itch.
That's the name of the movie?
That's the name of the movie.
Yeah.
Sam Shaw was known for always having 2 beat-up Nikons around his neck. So, it's just amazing what the shots that he was able to get, even though the cameras were beat up. It's a good thing to read because a lot of people don't understand that the best camera sometimes is the camera that you have with you. It's not about the specification of the cameras or the quality of the camera. It's just about what camera you have with you.
So this photo specifically, I think, is so cool because of that fact.
Yeah.
Because they were filming a movie. They weren't there doing a photo shoot.
Yeah.
So while she was filming this scene of the movie, he was her friend, so he was on set just visiting her, and he just picked up one of the Nikons around his neck, took a quick photo, and fun fact, this photo is the reason of her divorce with Joe DiMaggio, the baseball player.
I didn't know any of this information.
I did. Because he went into a jealous frenzy after this photo came out. Yep, fun fact. But it's another thing that everybody knows. I think San Diego has... Is it San Diego that has...
San Diego over by the...
no, that's this one.
Is it? Oh, maybe
San Diego
it is.
has that one.
Never
There
mind,
is a
you're
place
right.
that has the Marilyn statue, though. I just don't know where it is.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. She also, I would just like to include in here, she also had a couple of iconic photos taken. The white sheet photo shoot of her, and she lays in bed, and she has the white sheets around her and stuff. And the photographer, his name is... I was taking Richard Avedon, and Andy Warhol. Ooh. But the pictures that you're seeing right now is him in an interesting position, high up, to try to make sure that he gets the shots.
Oh yeah,
And-
that photographer specifically is known for that shoot and shoots that he's done
Yeah.
for Andy Warhol.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's where he comes into play. I was reading about that one earlier.
Now, with this one, he shot it with a Hasselblad. We do not have access to a Hasselblad. Hasselblads are, I think, the most expensive cameras on the market. They still make them today. And this is not the last time we'll be talking about Hasselblad during this podcast.
No.
Whoa.
I think the best camera to show for this one would be the Canon. So I'm going to go and get it.
Yeah. Okay, so she's just grabbing one. These are obviously different brands, but they, like I said, they share the same characteristics. And, you know, they're quality built. All these cameras that we're showing you are made out of metal, and so if you want to, let's see, let me bring this back down. So sorry, we're working with what we got right now.
Okay, guys, while I was doing that, I found another camera, but I think I'm going to hold that one for a different time. This one is...
You can go ahead and set it right here. There you go. Look at that. This
one is our baby.
Let me zoom in. This thing is an absolute beauty.
This is the 8E1.
And
we got this one from we do real estate photos for my mom, and her client had this, and so he was talking to us about what we do and the fact that we collect, and he brought this beauty out. Isn't she beautiful?
I'm telling you, they used to build the hell out of cameras back then, and with certain cameras they still do, but to find camera with this build quality, it's amazing.
I love this
It's
camera.
what they used to do.
So this is the one that I would compare the most
Yeah.
to the Nikon that he used to use. Vincent, the photo that I attached to it, which you guys will have already seen, that is one of his cameras. It's just not known if that is the specific one because he always had multiple Nikons on him.
Yeah.
Shoo. Yes. The next one is we're gonna go into the Situation Room photo.
Whoa.
This photo was taken by Pete Souza. He was the chief official White House photographer, and this was taken on May 1st, 2011. And pictured in the photo is Hillary Clinton, President Obama, and at the time Vice President Biden. I feel like a lot of people have seen this photo. A lot of people know what happened on this day.
It's one of the photos, one of the most iconic photos of, I would say, President Obama's presidency. It was a picture that was shared around the world hundreds of thousands, if not millions of times. And the reason being is because if you look close at the picture, you have Hillary Clinton with her hand on her face or on her mouth, like something bad just happened.
Yeah. Well, I think that they were all a little stressed out, making sure everything went correctly.
It was definitely a very stressful moment for the president, vice president, everyone in that room, and the people who were doing the mission.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I was telling Reese, I wonder what it feels like to be that photographer in that room at that moment.
Well, it's crazy. He's a chief official White House photographer, so he saw every single moment.
Yeah, but I couldn't imagine, like, in a situation like that where it's extremely stressful, and I can't imagine just us, like, sitting there, and all of a sudden we hear click, click, click. It's like, really?
Hearing the photo.
Yeah, it's like, really?
It makes you wonder if they have their silent mode on when they're working.
So the camera that he used was the Canon EOS 5D. This was released September 17th of 2008. It is a 21 megapixel sensor, and it is full frame.
We do not have one of these.
No.
However,
we have similar ones, but they really don't compare to anything like...
Where'd my camera go?
What?
Did you put it away?
Oh, yeah.
Well, we have one. So, I mean, it's not the same one, but it's still one of our collection.
We have one similar. It's obviously extremely different because this one at the time was the flagship. So I'll go ahead and turn this on.
Everybody.
So sorry. I know it's extremely... I think I might just leave it on now, but...
Everybody, this was my first child. The first camera I have ever owned. This is the Canon Rebel... Yeah, I'm going to make sure it's the same one. T5. I got this as a graduation present. And I used the heck out of it.
Heck out of it.
Heck out of it. Until we started our business.
Yeah.
But this is her. It's not the same as the one that this White House photographer used, but this is one of our 3. We have this one, and then we have another Canon that's similar to this but a little older. I think it's a T3, and then we also have a Canon film camera that's similar to that too.
Mm-hmm.
Which all of those were passed down from my family, and then this one was my first camera.
Yeah, it's definitely a good starter camera.
Mm-hmm. I have a massive lens too. I just don't know where it is at the moment.
Yeah, so
Sure, it's on that shelf.
So it's similar, but a big difference.
Big difference.
Very big difference.
So I feel like a lot of the time that like we're showing all these, they're not the same cameras. So they're just they're similar in the look.
We only have 2 that are about identical to what we're gonna talk about, and we will get there. So
correct.
All right, let's get to the other one. Let's see. Ooh, now this one we don't have the information on it. So would we?
It's still a iconic photograph, though.
All right. So the next one that we're gonna show, we did extensive research. To try to find out the specific camera, but we were unable to find the camera. So I'll go ahead and read this. On Albert Einstein's 72nd birthday in 1951, photographer Arthur Sasse,
I think so.
Sasse?
Or Sass.
Tried to get Albert Einstein to smile for the camera. Tired of smiling for pictures, the Nobel Prize winning scientist stuck out his tongue instead. It went on to become one of the most recognizable images of Einstein, who reportedly liked the photographer so much he asked for 9 copies. The camera is unknown.
He ended up he got 9 copies of it, and the 9th copy he signed and gave to somebody. It's still being sold today.
It was last sold, I think,
for
$125,000. It's crazy,
so
but
cool.
It really is. I believe, if I'm not wrong, that Steve Jobs had it hanging over his fireplace. Not the actual one, but a copy of it, of just Albert Einstein sticking his tongue out, which I feel like is such a awesome photo to walk into.
So we don't have the camera for that, but it was worth putting in.
Yes.
The next one is going to be the Dream Speech photograph, taken on August 28th, 1963, shot by Bob Adelman. At the time, he was a photography assistant. He went on to have a very successful career. He said the Dream Speech was the best day of his life. He was the only photographer there, guys. All of the photos you've ever seen of the speech was him because he was front row. I'm sure there was other photographers there, but like all of the photos you know of are from Bob Adelman. He shot with multiple variation of Nikon cameras.
Yeah.
So we actually don't only have the photo of MLK speaking, but we also have a photo of him that day.
Yeah.
With his Nikons around his neck.
He had to switch out.
He was very big on Nikon.
I mean, look, we have to think about back then they most likely had to carry multiple different cameras because they didn't have rechargeable batteries.
Yeah.
They couldn't just pop one battery out and pop in a fully recharged battery. I mean, I know that their batteries were a little bit different, but it's amazing to see how he just carried all those cameras around and was able to get, I think, some of the most recognizable shots.
Yeah, absolutely. Ever. I mean, in the photo alone, he has 4 cameras on him. But yeah, very cool. And then I think with this one, if you look at the cameras, the one that's most similar is, again, our Canon. That one looks just like it on the top.
They could be pretty similar, yeah.
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 Okie dokie. So let's move on to the next one.
The next one can be a little tough for some people, but...
So this one's actually not a photograph. This one is film.
But we are not going to show...
Which we do both.
Yeah. Yes, we do film. But we are not going to show the film that was captured on this day.
No, we'll probably just show that photo of
just the picture.
Yeah.
So, the assassination of JFK on November 22nd, 1963. Abraham Zapruder, with a Bell and Howell home movie camera, as United States President John F. Kennedy's motorcade passed through Dealey Plaza.
It's the font.
In Dallas, Texas, on November 22nd, 1963. Unexpectedly, it captured the president's assassination.
So this is insane to me because it's literally just a home movie camera. Like
Yeah.
what people used to
Well,
shoot their Christmas videos with and all of that.
well, that's what he brought that day. So it says, I wouldn't have the pictures at all if it weren't for my secretary, Mrs. Rogers, who made me go home and get the camera. I didn't have the camera with me at all that morning. She insisted I go and get that camera, he recalled. So the film and slides of it that we have now would have never been seen because they wouldn't have been made. He didn't have the camera on him. So we actually have a camera that's very similar to it.
This one's actually the same brand and everything. It is a home movie camera. Do you have it with you?
Yes, I'm so
Okay.
sorry. I'm just trying to get my
That's
things
okay.
together. All right, so here it is.
This is a Bell and Howell home movie camera.
So it's very similar to was used, unfortunately, during the assassination of John F. Kennedy. But, I mean, you can just see it. I love Super 8 cameras. I absolutely love Super 8 cameras. And,
Guys, you should feel this thing. It is like,
no, they used to build, like I said, they
this
used
thing
to
is heavy.
They used to build the hell out of cameras. It's just crazy, you know.
Yeah. So we actually have one.
We didn't know that. I mean, we were doing our research, and I went, wait a minute, we have a Bell and Howell camera, and so I looked at it, and sure enough, it was extremely similar. So
Isn't this one of our new ones too, or no?
you know, I can't remember specifically where we got this. I just don't
I think
know.
we got it in orange with Dad.
We might have gotten it in orange, but
Yeah.
it's,
Yeah, we did. We got in orange with Dad. I remember.
it's amazing and
Incredible.
It's a sad time for the country, but
So while I would say it may not be an iconic film, it is a sad film, but it did help the government at that time, I believe. And most of the footage you see on anything, documentaries and things like that, it is that specific home movie.
it was helped in the Warren Commission.
Yeah.
So
Very cool that we have something similar.
definitely a tough piece of history right there.
Yes. Next one is going to be Muhammad Ali versus Sonny Liston. It is said to be the greatest sport photograph of all time. It was captured by Neil Leifer on May 25th, 1965, using a Rolleiflex camera. It was a 2-megapixel camera, easy to use, and favored by many editors who found it easier to crop the photos.
It, without a doubt, is the greatest sports photograph ever
Of all
taken
time, yeah.
of all time, without a doubt. Photographers liked to use this camera because you were able to crop it. What?
I just said that.
Is that what you said?
I just said that.
She took my talking points right there. So that's why I said it. Because I had already had it in my head. Those are my
Sorry.
notes. So she wrote the beginning part. I wrote the next part with all the facts.
Sorry. We've just been reading them as a whole. Like you read
Yeah,
yours and I read
anyway.
mine, so I just read it.
So they liked it because you were able to crop it.
We don't have anything that looks like that.
No, we don't have anything that looks like that. But
So maybe that'll be
it's definitely
one of our
something that
next
will
purchases.
keep an eye out on. Is one of those.
Rolleiflex.
Yes.
But we can. This would be a good time to show off another one of our cameras,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Is that fine? Sorry.
No, you can just put it right here. There you go.
Look at you're not going to turn it on. Okay.
No.
Here it is. Isn't she cute? I love the
It
colors
looks like
on
a
it.
submarine. Like it looks kind of
It's I'm going to be honest. Argus camera.
it's an Argus.
Your mom got this one for us.
Yeah.
So I just thought it'd be a nice time to show another one of our children.
We definitely have a lot of
Children.
old style cameras that we'd love to collect.
And guys, this isn't even all of them. We have more.
We do have plans to put them on a very beautiful shelf. We'll definitely share that. And once we do that.
Yeah.
But at my feet right now, there's so many different cameras that's going on right now. It's funny.
Would you like me to go get more?
No.
Okay.
All right. Would you like to go? Let's see. Go ahead and do the second one or the next one.
Okay, so the next one is the Man on the Moon shot by Neil Armstrong on July 20th, 1969. The camera that captured this was a Hasselblad 500 EL data camera.
The return of the Hasselblads, like we said.
What was the other one used? Oh, Marilyn.
Yes. So this specific Hasselblad was used on Apollo 8, 9, 10, and 11. I have a thing that I can read right here. It says, both cameras with lens were left behind on the moon in order to meet the narrow weight margins for a successful return. The journeys home from the moon made very special demands on what could return regarding weight. From Apollo 11 to the final Apollo 17 mission, a total of 12 camera bodies were left behind on the lunar surface. Only the film magazines containing the momentous images were brought back. The resulting photographs captured the history of humanity in the making. So there is 12 cameras just chilling up on the moon.
Mm-hmm.
Expensive cameras, Hasselblad. And the story that I saw talking about it, it was saying that one of the astronauts who was going up there recommended Hasselblad, the camera, because he already had that camera. So he recommended it to NASA, and NASA said, all right. And then that's how we got what we got.
Mm-hmm. There was one strap to Neil Armstrong, and then there was another Hasselblad that was attached to the wall
To the
of
outside.
the spacecraft. I couldn't remember the thing. But I mean, I don't know if you can get any more iconic than that.
It's the first time. Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
That it was
how
captured.
That photo is so clear and it was in 1969's, I'll never understand, but maybe it's a Hasselblad.
That's what Hasselblads are. I mean, we've never shot with a Hasselblad. I don't even think we've even seen a Hasselblad in person.
Yeah, we have.
We have?
Yeah, the bridal show that we went to.
Oh, that's right. It was an old Hasselblad.
And he had it on the table.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, they are some of the most amazing cameras really ever. And they completely stripped the camera down and put it in a casing and stuff to make sure that it would be able to withhold the elements. So
it's so cool.
It's amazing. Sorry we don't have a Hasselblad to show you guys. We apologize.
All
right. So
we'll work on it.
Yes. So the next one is fairly recent. It just happened this past Saturday, and that is the assassination attempt of the 45th President of the United States, Donald Trump, on July 13th, 2024. Evan Vucci was using a Sony A1, which remains Sony's flagship mirrorless camera, and he was able to capture a lot of different pictures on that day that are now being shared everywhere. There's been a picture of, we could talk about that, right? There's a picture of the bullet that actually hit the former president, and it's going right past.
You can see it going through.
Yeah.
Because of his shutter speed. It's incredible. It's amazing.
It's how fast the Sony cameras really are. We have not the camera, but we have.
The closest thing that you can get.
They're very close. So I'll go ahead and turn this on.
Oh, now he turns the camera on.
Well. Okay.
So here is our.
So this specific one is.
You have the sticker over the Sony sign, so I can't even see it.
There's a sticker over the Sony sign. That's just how we rock and roll. But this is a Sony A7 Mark IV.
Do you have it over what it says? Oh, okay, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
There's stickers on all of it. You can't. That's.
Sorry, guys.
Kills it.
Anyway, it is a Sony camera, and it is around the same body, same dimensions, and everything. And so I'm going to show you what the actual shutter is like and how fast it is. So one of the things that I like about the Sony A7 Mark IV is that right here, there's actually a protector that goes down under or on top of the actual sensor itself. With older generations like her camera, it does not have that. And then obviously the older ones don't either. But so when you turn the camera on, now it's exposed the sensor, which is the scariest point of the camera. But I will show you how fast this thing is. And the last thing, by the way, you want to do is touch the actual thing. So this is This is just on regular. This is just one. That's just regular. Okay, so like if we go to a shoot and we're just getting portraits, that's what we use. But it's able to do this. Now you're ready. This is the most similar to what the photographer is using. Are you ready?
Oh, those are all on my SD card now. I just thought about that.
That is the craziest thing ever. Shall I go closer? It's actually on my SD card.
Mm.
That's your SD card.
That's the 128?
Yeah.
Oh.
So here we go. We're going to go a little bit closer. Hopefully it'll focus. Ready? 3, 2, 1. So if you actually slow that down, you can see the shutter going up and going down. It's absolutely crazy. I looked it up because I didn't know if maybe the Sony A1 had a global shutter. It does not. But the global shutter actually doesn't have that, where it goes down like that. It just goes boom, 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 and gets the pictures.
Yeah. So we thought it was what happened over the weekend was actually what inspired us to do this video, because so much came out about the photographer and the camera that he used and his, thought process behind it. And so we're like, wow, that's insane that these photos were captured on a Sony and that's what we use every day. So it made us interested in going back and looking at different moments in time and wanted to talk about the cameras that took them, because you see the photo but you never really hear about the photographer or the camera or anything like that, which is okay. It's not about us.
The photographer came out extremely fast though after and released all of his settings that he had. There's a Sony A1, it's a G Master lens, and he just went over all of his settings and stuff, and he was able to get some history really in the making. And especially at a time like that, for him to still take pictures, it's remarkable.
It just shows photographers have to get their shot.
Oh, no, 100%, yeah.
No matter what, you're there to do a job, and we get that.
Yeah.
But those are what we have for you guys today.
Let us know in the comment section what your
favorite iconic photo is.
Yeah.
And maybe we can do some honorable mentions in the next podcast. I'm sure we forgot some.
Oh, there's a lot out there. There's certain ones that we saw that just, they are like, amazing photos or really sad photos that have a lot of meaning, but we weren't able to include because
this isn't a sad podcast.
Yeah. Well, not only sad, but just out of respect for, certain people, we didn't want to include those. So, but if you do have any photos that you would like us to go over and do some research on and maybe see about if we can find the information about the photographer or the videographer and the kind of camera that they used, we could definitely do that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. We did have a lot. I guess we'll go ahead and put these back up here, but just to go over.
You closed her.
Oh yeah, I had to close her. There's just so much going on up here. But these are just some of
our children,
our collection. And if you go to a garage sale or anything, maybe you can keep a lookout for vintage cameras and stuff. Or hey, maybe send us a text. This one isn't vintage, but
that's our newest.
Yeah.
I have one more I want to put up there. Hold on.
Do you? All right, she's gonna grab that real quick.
We forgot one, dude.
Which one did we forget? I guess we did forget one. We can have some honorable mentions of cameras right now. Oh, that one, yeah, that one's pretty cool. So we do have a couple of them that we can definitely share real quick. Reese, that she just brought over. We'll put this next one next to this one. This is.
Ooh, wait, is this Super 8 or is that a Super 6?
I think this one's a Super 6. This is a Super 6.
No, it's not. It's right there. Oh, Super 6. Okay.
Yes. So this one and this one still does work. This one. A lot of these we don't know if they work because we're kind of a little afraid about turning them on or trying to mess with it, and then they completely just break.
This is our newest child.
This one we just got at Goodwill, made by Bentley. I didn't know Bentley made cameras. I thought they made cars.
Bentley.
So we just got this one. Absolutely amazing. We have that one. Bam. That'll go right there. And
then this one is very special to me because this was my grandma's. My grandma Mitzi's. And it has this adorable pink button on it that I'm just obsessed with. This one is a Fujica flash. I think it's Fuji. Fujica. And I love her, and she's beautiful, and she means a lot to me because she was one of the first ones I got.
So that definitely looks like quite the setup that we have going on now. Some of these different variations were used to capture history in America and across the world. And it's definitely an interesting thing to see all of the different variations of the cameras. They're all...
I'm so excited to get even more and then just grow and grow and grow our collection.
Yeah.
Because now we have a new one that I want. Because I really want to... What was it? I would love a Rolleiflex camera now.
Yeah, the Rolleiflex. And you know what? I've seen Rolleiflexes around. I've seen them.
I have too. We just have never gotten one. But now I kind of want one to
Yeah.
add to this collection that we've got.
It's crazy because they all do the same thing. They literally
But
all
so
do the same
differently.
thing. But each one of them has their own slight characteristics that they have
Yeah.
that makes them the best.
I love them.
They're
And we hope you
awesome.
love this too, guys.
We do.
I don't think we've ever showed our collection.
No, we've never showed our collection. So we hope you like it. And we hope you like the photos that we did share. Like we said, if you do have photos of your own that you'd like us to share, maybe talk about and stuff, we could definitely do that. So just let us know. But make sure you comment on it.
Yeah, because I do feel like we probably left some out that we're going to be like, oh, why didn't we think of that? So just let us know. We'd love to maybe do a part 2 of this.
Yeah.
Maybe we could do a
Yeah.
part 2 in like a little bit and grow our collection a little bit more and get some insights on what we forgot about. But thank you all for being here.
With that, we appreciate you.
Oh, everybody, this weekend we're going camping for Vincent's 23rd birthday. So it's time for Reese's question of the day.
Okay.
What are you looking forward to most about our camping trip this weekend? Oh, we forgot one.
The thing that I am looking forward the most about this weekend's camping trip, I think, is the getting away.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I went to get away.
Me too.
Just from nothing in particular, but I like going into, say, like the countryside of it, and there's just less there. You know, there's less people, there's less cars, less light pollution, less crazy, and just, you know, more relaxing and stuff. Nature's good for the mind.
I'm most excited to eat apple pie and show my dad and brother one of our new favorite places. Celebrate.
Did you say where we're going?
Yeah.
The actual place?
I don't know.
Uh-oh. So we're going somewhere.
I might have said it.
We're going somewhere. Anyway, thank you for taking a look at our collection. We appreciate you if you've made it this far in the podcast. We appreciate you a lot, and we hope you enjoyed it.
Yep.
If you are not already subscribed and are watching here on YouTube, make sure you do subscribe to our YouTube channel, and make sure you do hit the notification bell to get notified on any time we post a wedding, a quince, a podcast, or anything in general. You will get notified. Also, make sure you follow us on Spotify. Follow our page on there. And if you're not already following us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and Pinterest.
That is at SNAPPDUO.
Yes, so make sure you go ahead and do that. And with that, we will see you next week.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.